Hello everybody, Fixxxer here, and welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. And last episode was pretty soul-crushing. You guys have time in between them, but I just got done playing it. I'm recording this episode immediately after, so I'm still shook up. That was pretty intense. Uh-oh. So, Brother Lewis killed himself at a pretty young age.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
What the hell's that?
I wish we'd stayed.
Little peanuts? Man, that's sound effects. Well done.
But I understand why we left.
Right. In loving memory, Lewis Finch, beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great grandson to Edie. Dawn Finch kitchen. So this is Dawn's room as a mother. So dark, guys. I'm sorry.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
She didn't want to bring any of it with her. You blame her. O God, ye have called your servants to ventures, of which we cannot see the ending, by paths as yet untrodden, through perils unknown. Give us faith to go out with good courage, not knowing where we go, but only that your hand is leading us and your love supporting us through Jesus Christ our Lord. And in case you guys are wondering, I am an atheist. Sanjay Kumar, disaster relief. Yeah. Evac specialist. Orcus Publishing. Oh, there's an upstairs. I didn't even notice. Jewelry box. Happy 90th birthday. There she is. There's Edie. Grandma's. Dawn's grandma. Edith's great-grandma? What does that say? Something Lutheran.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
The kite. Oh boy.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh man. I don't want this to end. Alright. Wait a minute. Wasn't that in Molly's room? Norwegian folk tales. Why does it feel like I'm crouching? I'm crouching, aren't I? No, I'm literally crawling. What is that? That's a scary-ass drawing. Kids draw scary-ass things. There's all the people. Is this room like mementos of all the family members? There's the happy 90th. What is that? Islandia? Interesting. Norse folklore, I guess. There's her brother, crowned. Okay. God damn, I thought that was a blade at first. It's a feather.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
That's me. Her. What? Wow, that's dark. Sorry, guys. I'm going towards the light, I assume.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
I never went in the attic, did I?
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Whoa, what other entrance?
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Okay, can I go? Oh my god, it's like pitch black, guys. It really doesn't want me to go explore the house. Oh man, I want to know what's in the attic. I saved it for later, but the game got more linear than I expected it to. The Book of Sand. House of Leaves. I have read that book. Swedish folk tales, Norse myths. Yeah, House of Leaves is a crazy-ass book. What the hell was Daniel Lusky? Was that the author? I don't remember.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
The curse.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Oh boy. Sublime Supper.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
Damn.
Okay?
Damn. The, what does it say? The guild? Not guild. Is that Valhalla? Milton and Lewis. Okay, what do we got here? History of the Finches. Is that the book that we've been reading?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
God, who's gonna die today? Alright.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
I get to explore the old house.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh no! God damn! Ugh.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
God, it smelled awful.
You know what's gonna happen
No.
next.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
Is this how Edie dies to a tsunami?
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Great, I was about to get a nice shot of the house. I can't see squat, so don't worry,
I
guys.
got turned around.
No, I was going pretty damn straight, if you ask me. Does she get lost? I thought it was going to be a tsunami. But, does she actually get lost out in here? In the fog, and then the tide comes back, or the tsunami comes in?
I started seeing things.
Well, I mean, that's plausible. I have a feeling it doesn't matter.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
I think it matters where I walk.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
So this is all crap that was in the house when it crashed.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
No, 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 no. Am I supposed to be doing something here?
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
No!
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh, I get to control the hand. Oh, wow.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh no! I just now realized where the hell I am! God damn it!
This journal was supposed to be for you.
I am pushing my way through the womb,
But now I
guys.
hope you'll never see it.
I hope you'll never see it.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now...
She's not around. God damn it!
things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So she had a son. God damn! For Shirley Dallas. I'll talk after the credits, guys. I love this. Even the credits are awesome. The replay a story option is now available. Okay. So there's Dawn. Replay a story. Interesting. Okay, well, obviously I loved it, and I know if you guys have made it this far, you loved it as well. Alright, real talk here. As far as games go, I'm not sure a game has ever really hit me as much as To the Moon. And I know that's kind of cliche, because everybody says that, right? But there's a reason why everybody says that. The game just hit on the emotional chords so perfectly. And it's so strange because it was done in large by one guy. He did all the coding, and it's... I always found that interesting when one dude or one gal makes a whole game on their own. But he did the coding, he did the music, he did the writing and the story and whatnot. And To the Moon was pretty hard to do. It was an amazing story, and I don't know if this quite reaches that, but I'd say it's up there as far as emotional games go. I put this in that echelon up there with To the Moon and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. I don't know what else would be up there. I really had a strong connection with Firewatch, but it didn't. It was a connection. It wasn't one that. It wasn't the same kind of connection. And same thing with Kentucky Route Zero. That hit me deep in maybe a little different way. Whereas To the Moon just wrecked me for days. But yeah, I would put this up there. That was fantastically told. I loved how each person it dove into something unique and different, a different genre of game almost. You know, you had the magazine. It was almost like a moving graphic novel in a way, and then you had the one where you're walking through the forest and on the boat and whatnot. That is so different for a game to do, to be able to accomplish something like that in one cohesive story. Very well done, and everything about it was fantastic. The graphics, the setting, the life in the house, and all the rooms. You see a room and you get this feeling for this person. We never completely met all these people, but only for a brief moment. But I feel like I've known their family, right? I feel like I've known their family, even though I've only seen glimpses into each of them. The music was beautiful. The music, in case you guys didn't know, was made by what's his name? John Russo? I think he does the music for Fargo, the TV series Fargo. Well, he did this soundtrack as well. It's gorgeous, very well done. The voice acting, fantastic. All the kids, you never see great voice acting in kids. Kids are shit. They can't do it because they're kids. They were phenomenal. Molly was great. She was wonderful, and I think in the end, this was all a Big Fish story by Edie, right? It was Big Fish. And then in case you guys don't know that movie, that was made by Tim Burton, and I feel it's Tim Burton's best movie. And I don't love all his movies. I love some of his older stuff, you know. I do like Edward Scissorhands and Beetlejuice. Nightmare Before Christmas was phenomenal, but I think Big Fish was his best work. And it's interesting because it's the work that it feels like he stepped outside himself the most. And it's about a family, a man who told fish stories. He was a storyteller, and he would tell all these stories, and they were fantastical. They weren't real. But he felt that the fantastical stories were just far more interesting than the boring story. And it comes down to the birth of his son, which is who the story kind of revolves around. He's always told his son that how he got married. You know, he lost his wedding ring in the river, and a fish took it, and he went and got the ring back from the fish, and he had this elaborate story of this birth of his son, and he always told the son that. And the son, of course, grows up hearing all these fantastical stories, and he gets sick of them. And he's like, I just want the truth. No matter how boring it is, I want the truth. And of course he finds out the truth, and the truth is absolutely boring. But he likes it because it's different. And I felt like this was the same thing with Edie. Is that she had these stories to help make her family history interesting because it's full of death. It's full of sadness. And so she put these stories in there maybe to help her cope with it. I don't know. But I loved it. It was fantastic. It was well done. Yeah, top 3 favorite games of the year so far. I love it. Sexy Brutale, Night in the Woods, Edith Finch. That's my jam right now. Those are my favorite 3 so far this year, guys. I loved it. Well, let me know how you guys felt. I have a feeling you felt fairly similar. So, yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next series. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.